Hello and welcome back to the screen resizing game. Oh no, wait, that was the last two videos. Yeah. No, and also to the sunny swamps and to an amazing go-karts track, alright? Of which we do not have the ratings yet, but man, oh man, I can't wait for them really. And yeah, and also to this nice dual coaster. For which, I'll have to admit, the viewer actually came up with like a pretty cool name, which I don't know what it means, but I feel like it is really good as like a second name. So we're gonna do some renaming, and I believe. Was it? I don't know. You know, the crappy thing is, I've read it, but now that I'm recording it, I don't have it on my screen. You know, because I don't have like a 2-monitor fancy setup. So I just hope that this was written down right. But of course, that means that we cannot have the Silk Road not be in the park. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna rename the go-karts the Silk Road, and we should be done with it. There! Nice! Furthermore though, we set our eggheads to research food shop stall thingies. And we already took care of that. Good! Then we should do a quick vandalism check. Now, hopefully we are still on the ball, and oh my good lord, is it bad over here. This needs some addressing. I can't leave this be, you know, not taken care of, basically. This needs... I don't know really which handy dude has the area, but you got some assistance right now. And it's a miracle that nothing's destroyed here. It must have been like, okay, there's all the vomit, and then the guard thinks like, yeah, this might be a good hotspot. Let's walk around over here, see if someone tries to vandalize anything. Well, a good guard, if we had one that had that thought cross his mind, a good guard. Otherwise, it seems to me, yeah, all the things are intact. I say that, and then everything here is broken, right? No, but it's not the case. No, all the things are intact indeed. Very nice. What can we do then? Yeah, we have this ride here, which has 0 people on it. Now it is expensive, but we're just gonna charge like $1, you know, because this is way past its excitement expiration point, basically. If there is such a thing, there is now. You are free, and am I seeing it right in that there's still no people on it? Waiting for passengers to get in. Alright, I guess so. Well then, as for what we should do next, I feel like maybe we want to place some scenery down for the go-karts, but what I also really need to do is connect up the next section of path from here and then over here. And I think it would be for the better if we were to have it be like really close over here. And then go somewhere like this, you know, and then have just one branch off, which will lead towards this island, and then connect up there, and then have like this section actually hook up there. Yeah, that's what we should do. So we'll just make the first loop, you know, over here, complete this circle, so we have more access to this island. Nice, okay, that's the plan. We can execute that, of course. There we go. And of course we will continue to work with these fancy path bridges that we throw in every now and then. This might also be cool. Okay, maybe I should not sing along with the Eastern music. I don't think it improves anything, really. Yeah, something like this is also what I had in mind. Of course, then I do want this. And now we need to be rather quick, as I have hooked it up already to the main path. Let's see how well behaved our guests are when it comes to litter and vandaling stuff when there's nothing here. There. This is also very important. And then we have these for the trash cans. Okay, so far it seems that we have a very well raised and nice behaving guest, you know. Totally not used to guests like that. Who would have thought it would even be possible? Right. Let us... we'll get at least the one handy dude for the whole area. And so long as there aren't like any rides over here, this should be, you know, covering it. Also, what we're going to do is we're going to add an extra toilet. And if we get the hot dog thingy, which we don't really have yet, we will also place it in this new area. Since we don't have it, should we place some umbrella thingy here? I believe the previous one is somewhere over there. I feel like it wouldn't be a bad idea to get like umbrellas, you know? And they also have cuddly toy things, so yeah, maybe we'll see. For now, let's get the toilet out. Yeah, we'll put you there, and maybe because we... No, crap! I did not want to... Wait, hold on a second. Do we have them for free? Let's have the toilets for free. But since we now have quite a few toilets, maybe we will get the bathroom award, you know? I would not be surprised if we do get it. So, and then we'll have you. Ooh, almost happened here. I wanted to unpause it, and then I already saw like almost a screen resize, but it didn't happen. Yeah, I don't know what it is, you know, but it seems like the mouse sensitivity is changed. It cannot be my fault, of course. Right, so the souvenir thing is open. Let's have a look at what we can build here in terms of rides. For starters, let's have a look at the thrill rides that we still have available to us, which are the box and the tower. And I feel like both need to be in the park, basically. So... as for like where they're gonna be, we have these bridges here. We might as well try and see if we can use them for coaster construction, you know. Now over here there is tracks, so if we build coasters here, then we kind of cannot build them, you know, in the underground because there's tracks there. But what we can do, I feel like what we can do is have like the box hook up here. And then have like the tower in like this corner. And then see that we get like a roller coaster somewhere over here. And then branch off into this direction from this square over there. Yeah, let's get that sorted. That seems like a real good plan to me. So, and here we're gonna do something clever. Look. Nice. How many people ate? Right, you know what I just learned? I learned that we're gonna relocate the entrance. We're gonna have it be one tile too long, basically. There. Oh, nice. And we also got the hot dog stall. Let's build that like straight away. Now, I'm curious if we're going to get an award for it. According to the game thingy, you know, or the game wiki, we should get an award for placing this and only getting one out of here. Because that's apparently the criteria, so we'll have to see if that holds any truth to it. But now, let's charge $5 for you. Also, you know, I've had like a thought, thrill riders, of course. No, but I had a thought about you know, the whole pricing of the park. And here it is. Usually, we, you know, if we have like a guest thing things, and I mean, look at it. We are at 1500 in year 3, and I believe, yeah, look, see, there's both. They come in droves, so I'm not worried about the guests. But usually, you know, when we have those goals to worry about, we are usually in pretty tight parks. This park, on the other hand, is huge. And if a guest who's over here wants to leave, he has quite a distance to walk. And I feel like because of that, we're gonna retain the guests a bit better than we usually would. So I feel like our pricing strategy might not need to change yet. But we'll have to see, you know. First I want to check if this works for getting the best food in the country award. I don't really know, you know. We'll have to see. A name for the box. Box for the name. How are we gonna call this? I mean, it is the ugliest ride we have available. You know, the most lame-ass looking. Might be very cool on the inside. How about we call this? Yeah, why don't we call this the? Because isn't like you know, those online games in the Eastern? Why don't we call this the anime simulator Mark 2000 2000.5.1.21a. There, that's a thing now. Oh man. So where have you been on? Yeah, I've been on the anime simulator Mark 2000 5.1.21a. Yeah, that's totally selling it, right? Also, can we? Nah, well, we'll leave it with the pagoda style. But to be honest, the colors, I don't really care about the colors, so we'll just leave it. We also got everything covered here already in terms of you know, vomit cleaning and all that stuff. So I think the next thing that we should do is get like the roto drop out there, and with that we have pretty much all the thrill rides. Not all the coasters, but we're gonna get there pretty soon, as I feel like we only have the Virginia Reel and this suspended one left, for which we currently do not have the money, but who knows, maybe that will change soon. Now, I want the roto drop to be over here in this corner, and if we were to do that, basically, just hold on a second, you know, because ideally, you know, the coolest thing would be to hook it up to this path. We're not going to use this for anything else, so you know, if we were to have the exit here or somewhere, and we would have this run in parallel and then hook up, I think that would be a pretty good queue solution for what we want. Come on, game. Yeah, thank you. And then we will have this run like, yeah, no, we'll have this run over here. Now, of course, this needs to be as high as it can go. There. Now, as for the capacity, 16 passengers means 3 queue tiles. There, you know, that's the math that we always do. And yeah, I know. I know that the top of the ride is there. It usually is right up top. And that's actually perfect, you know, to have like a 3 tile entrance, because that is exactly how long ours is gonna be. So very nice. Right then, is there anything to set up? Not really. So all we can do then is just charge some money and also assign a extra handy dude here to sweep the path, because man will we need it. Also, can I has award, please? No, we're probably not gonna get it soon. If we want the award, we should now only be focusing on shops and stalls. that's a thing. We could do it, you know, and maybe science up a little bit of how the award works. I don't know. I think I'll have to do more interwebs research on how that award works, you know. But it is a good strategy. I like the idea of it. So. Yeah, let's get an extra handy dude. Plenty of stuff. We have 32 handy dudes currently keeping everything clean, or at least to the best of their abilities. That's quite a lot. Right. So as for this tower, wow, it is it is also massive. Let's color it first, and you know, I want on the up, I want bright red. Then I want yellow, and even more yellow over there with the red squares as well, because it matches the path really nicely. So then all that's left is like the pole, and with the black supports that we already have, you know, it's actually not bad to keep it black. Is it? Question mark. Not sure. Definitely, that's not better. That's also definitely not better. This also doesn't look so bad. I like this even more. You know, what if we switch this up as well? Maybe that looks even better. Yeah, I like this more. Yeah, definitely. This is how it's gonna be looking. Yeah. We have decided, yeah, this is how it's gonna be. Also, do we think that this is enough for the rides and that we have? I mean, let's just have a quick look at, so how is the status of everything? Everything is open except for the Tafte Yopun. Did I really come up with this? I don't know, how long has it been broken down? Safety cutout time since last inspection. Is there a mechanic heading towards it? Yeah, you're pretty close. All you need to do is walk over here. So basically, yeah, all right. So I don't think we need an extra mechanic. You know, usually just doing like a quick check on how long it takes for something to be fixed is a good thing, you know, to get a sense of like how well the mechanics are doing the job. As for the right name for this, how about we call this the Rising Sun? And then, yeah, okay. For a moment I feared like, okay, that name's already been taken. But luckily, it is not. Now then, the coaster, our next coaster. It kind of has to be a Virginia reel because of, you know, our funding. And because it's a Virginia reel, I kind of want it over here in this area. But what we can do is go below this path. Wow. There's a fighter jet coming over. That was just the thing I heard. We're gonna keep it really compact, you know, and if possible, I want to have it do a little bit with the mouse coaster here. Weave through the trees and see what we can come up with. So, to that end, it might be for the best if we have the station go in this direction. Because then we can have like an entrance or a queue path hooked up over here, and we don't really have that much over here currently. So I think that would be a good idea. Let's run with that one, and let's see how the design is gonna turn out. Also, afterwards, once we have our gentle ride, we only have this coaster to build. Well, okay, technically also this one, but I'm not considering it. And then we are out of coasters to build, so yeah, there's that. What I'm basically hinting at is we might want to change up our research to more coasters, because I'm afraid I won't make the goals of the park. Right, okay, so let's get the thing. It should be over here, roughly. Yeah, so something like this. I think that's all right. Now, I said I didn't want to remove that many trees with this one, but hey, for the station, come on, I mean, whatever tree is there, it will have to leave. There we go. Good. Now, let's also hook up the queue path and stuff before we continue with the coaster. Just to make sure, you know, that if we go bonkers wild with the budget on... Oh, crap. Yeah, let's queue up for the exit. Oh, wait, no. Pressing all the wrong buttons. Yeah, I still need to get used to the hotkeys of this game. It's just... yeah, having been out of it for so long, you know, those hot... Oh, wow, look at Lance. He's already in the... He is in this new section of the park already. Maybe he likes the anime manga thingy. Yeah, who knows? Anyway, no, like I was saying about the hotkeys, you know, I really still need to get used to them again, you know. They've been so ingrained in, like, my muscle memory that it's really hard to get it back. Oh, wow, already too high for supports? Ooh, now we can also, because it's gonna start thundering, now we can really start to see if the rain will make an impact on, like, these two coasters. The mine train one, I am not afraid of, you know, because I'm pretty sure that the folks will continue to love to go on this one. Yeah, let's build the Virginia reel first, but you know, I kind of want to check out yeah, what the guests are thinking right now. Let us just quickly have a look here. How are the thoughts? Looks too intense, can't afford. Okay, that sounds really interesting. Can't afford. Oh, I'm not going on Sumichiwa's rain. So basically, that tells me that this coaster is not rain-proof. Okay, good to know. Then we have the Gonghong mines. Was great. Yeah, it was great. It was great. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. And they do not think that they're not going on the ride whilst it's raining. And that's kind of the thing that I wanted to know. So, as for this Virginia reel, as for the park path, since we kind of decided that we're gonna do like a section over here, and then basically get to this stretch over here, and I want to go around here, you know, and make like another square basically around this dent in the terrain. Not that we're really gonna do anything here, but that's kind of the plan. So in order for that, that basically means that we have this area free for the coaster construction, as well as this area, and then also a bit over here. So it's gonna be kind of a long coaster. So how cool would it be if we just have like a nice and huge drop? Now I know someone mentioned that this is not the way to construct a coaster like this, and I am aware, I know, but it's just cool, you know. I like drops, and if the coaster can handle it, you know, which I'm pretty sure this one can do, then why not, right? Why not? So there we go. Now, currently, it is rather easy to build this coaster, as all we need to do is do a few fancy track bits. I don't really want to cover up too much here. And I also think that we should really make a good headway to the other side of this coaster. All the way over there. So we have a ways to traverse with this coaster. I'm not opposed to building a second lift in it though. Not sure if we're gonna do much underground in this one. Maybe we'll see. But if it isn't gonna be, if it isn't much underground, I'm just telling you, you have been warned. Also, what did they think about this one? Yeah, okay. So the both of these coasters are not approved for when it's raining. And over here they think nothing. Yeah, right. I just wanted to check, you know. I can't help myself. Also, is this the oyster cloister? What do they think over here? The oyster cloister is also rainproof. Now that's interesting, because I didn't really build that with the rainproofing it in mind. At least not as far as I can remember. I might have yelled that at the time, you know, like, yeah, let's make it rainproof. But I don't really recall that being the case. So, look, now this is also kind of nice. We are currently at height 11, huh? Let's go to height 10 then, whilst we're at it, and do something cool here. Look, whilst we're at it, right? How cool is this? Right next to the path, and then all the way over here. You know what? Not really sure if the speed of the coaster will allow this, but we're gonna give it our best shot, right? And then basically, this is gonna be tricky. We'll see if we can pull it off. No. Right, challenge. To do this, basically, one of the options is to go. Yeah, right. We're gonna go for the second lift on this coaster. So now that we have decided that, let's put that into practice. Nice. We have just enough room to get away with like a second lift. Doesn't really need to be that big either. You know, just enough to have a little more curving around being done here, you know. So then we can get away with a bit more. Now all we need to do really is do I then want to remove the tree? Nah, let's not. Let's leave, for this one exception, the green bugger alive. So therefore we remove its sibling. Oh yeah, lovely, I like it. Removing trees, best pastime there is out there. And then... oh. Okay. Yeah, I believe you also need to be gone, because else we won't be able to get back to the station. Which is of course not our intention. And then... oh, this is gonna be a rough one, but we will have to do this. And then... all the way back like this. Now this might be too intense. Not sure. We'll have to see, but we gotta just test it. Oh, we're gonna test this like straight away. Also, I saw that we got the monorail. This is not really what I'm after, but we'll have to make do with it. We are gonna go for another coaster, because I really feel like we need it. But man, what a design have we made. Look at how long it is. I'm not sure about this hill and drop, or lift and drop we're you know, executing over here. Hopefully the speed will be all right. At least you know, the car won't be turning, so it's just going straight, just to get some nice high G's. Now the way I assume and predict that it's gonna work is that each coaster has like the limit in there, where Well, you know, if let's say like this coaster is designed for spinning around and lateral G's, then it's gonna be really intolerant to vertical G's, even though this is like totally not crazy, you know. There's other coasters like this one, for example, that deal with way more G's, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I think this section though is definitely cool, and we're gonna scenarize it up a little. And what we're gonna do is we are going to check out a 4 minutes queue time. An 8.03. This is actually high in the rate. This is a grand go-karts track, ladies and gentlemen. Grand. You hear that? Nice. There's nothing to change there. So whilst it's testing, we need to come up with a name for this one. Let's see. What can we think of over here? Why don't we call this? I was thinking of the track name of the Malaysian GP, but it eludes me, so we're not gonna go with that one. Why don't we call this one? Yeah, it's gonna be a challenging one. All the cool names I've kind of come up with, you know. We could make like a random Easter name, but I kind of want it to mean something. Why don't we call this the Wooden Dragon? Yeah. And if we go with that, of course, you know, then the colors are kind of, you know, we kind of determined the colors for it, which will be white with a brown track and a bright red line on it with yellow and white tubs. Right? No? Bright red? Yes. I kind of like this. I like this color style, you know, as well as with the roofs. I think, you know, the roofed entrance. I like it. We're gonna stick with it. What we are gonna do is get a fixed mechanic for this. Ooh, is that is covering it technically? All right, fine. If it covers it, it covers it. Also you. Yeah, and there. Well, and there. You know, let's not expand this area too much. And done. Nice. All right. Now what we're going to do is just to beautify it up a little bit, you know, and maybe help out with the ratings just ever so slightly. Is get one of these out here. One of those. You know, we don't want to overdo it, but maybe like a few houses here and there, you know. Maybe also something over here. I don't know. Is there like a cool section? I think there is. Look. It looks. It doesn't really look that impressive, but I don't even know if it will help. But we'll have to see. You know. For the time being. Ooh, look. What we also have. You travel at 38. You travel at 65, and you are at the lowest point. And in terms of like vertical G's, it doesn't even get above 3. So I think, you know, in theory, no, we're pretty good with this coaster. And also because we added it or got it really close to this one, absolutely nothing happens to the ratings. We have this one to compare it to, as this is equal to this one. Great! Not so much. Right then. Okay, so we have this coaster. I am convinced that it won't crash. How sure am I of it? Not in particularly that great, you know, but I'm pretty convinced that this bit is okay. So, Yeah, let's open it next time, you know, because I'm not that convinced of my own track building skills. But it should be safe. And then we got it opened, and yeah, then we have some stuff to fill. You know what we could do? I'm gonna tell you that next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.